What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and we're going to be heading into the snake room on this Monday morning. But Sunday we went and we hung out at the zoo. We went to a place to kind of protect animals that have been abandoned or people who take in exotic pets and can't handle them anymore. So we went and checked those out a little bit. Then we went out to Mike Greenwell's. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He played for the World Championship Boston Red Sox. And he has a little farm here as well. We looked at some of his animals over there. So I might show a couple clips from that before we get to the snake room tour. But let's head into the snake room after we see some weekend highlights, and we'll check out what's going on. All right, this is what we came to see. Look at that tiger, Logan and Aria. That's a big cat. That's much bigger than our cat. Would you be afraid to go in there, Logan? Yeah, a little bit is right. He's a big cat.
I'd be scared too.
Too big. Very strong.
Daddy, you want to go in there?
Do I want to go in there? Not really. I like animals, but I'm not sure if I'd want to go in there. Big snake, I'd go in there, but not a big tiger. All right, this is a Sulcata tortoise here. And I like this little enclosure they got for him. They got water over there. Got a little house room. You can crawl underneath the house. Very happy little tortoise. This is something cool. You got some hibiscus flowers over there that when they fall to the ground, you can eat them. And this is a cool enclosure, and you can tell they probably have. Oh, here's his lettuce or the cabbage there. Actually, it looks like lettuce. And then they have the wiring into the ground so he can't dig out. Because these guys are diggers. A lot of tortoise like strawberries.
Where's his mouth? I can't see his mouth.
There he is. He's taking it. Oh, he's taking it, Denise. Keep going.
Oh,
you dropped it. You're teasing him.
Oh, he's gonna just bite it, bite by bite. Oh, okay, he's got. Oh.
You gotta hold it for him.
Okay, he's got it.
Yummy strawberries.
Mandy, he's
Eating home-picked strawberries.
He's eating it, Aria. There he goes. That's why his lips were red.
I gotta give my tortoises some strawberries.
He likes that, huh?
See if they eat them. My tortoises don't eat anything but lettuce. Maybe when they get bigger, they'll eat more. Look at that.
Here comes the other baby one. He says, I want one. Look how fast he's coming. Who said they're slow?
I love these sulcatas. Can't wait till mine get big enough.
Okay.
I can build them an outdoor enclosure.
Come on, baby. Come on. Watch out, Mama. No, she's not going to let him come. Let's go over here. There you go.
He ate it.
Yes.
He ate it, yep. Yummy.
They know enough to push their leg out of their mouth and then rebite it again.
This beautiful boy just shed. This is my fire opal, which is a hypo albino blood. He's getting so big now that I'm actually moving him to a bigger cage. He's coming out of the hatchling rack, which he probably shouldn't have been in the last 2 weeks, but you know, he really put on some good size these last 2 weeks, believe it or not. Right before they shed, they really grow for sure. And hopefully he'll be in the breeding program next year. Look at that, beautiful red eyes. Once again, this is the sharp albino combined with the blood gene and the hypo gene. He is exquisite. Fresh skin too, look at that. That's about as clean an orange red as you're gonna get. And I love anything albino bloodish. I love everything with blood, but albino blood, paradigm blood, you can't go wrong with BOAS. Oh my God. Just a real, look at all that coraling over there. Just a really nice looking little boy. Can't wait to put him into the breeding program. The ironic thing is that he came from a he came from a litter, I should say. BOAS have litters. 4 babies. 2 of them were albino bloods. Pretty impressive odds we hit. So my good friend Doug Shedrick got the other male. I kept this guy. Here's a really cool looking female I held back. I was originally gonna sell her. I even had her for sale, and then she just started like changing and looking really cool. This was from a double het leopard blood, bred to a double het leopard blood that I got from Warren Booth. I didn't produce any visual leopard bloods, but I produced a lot of in-betweens. I got some blood het leopards, leopard het bloods. This is a double het, or a 60, it's not even a double het, it's a 66% double het leopard blood, but she's so light. She looks like a T-positive albino. She looks like a caramel albino. Look at her. I mean, look how light this girl is. Who knows? These Central American, dwarf boa locality stuff, they got a lot of anery in them mixed in there. They got T-positive stuff. I've never seen such a light-looking snake. I mean, you would swear that this snake had some kind of morph in it, some kind of mutation going on. I don't think this is just a het leopard, het blood, and it is possible this could be 100% both. I won't know till I breed her out at some point, but I'm holding her back because she's so light. I'm thinking maybe she does have some kind of T-positive caramel, caramelly albino inside of her here. So she's not happy that I'm disturbing her right now, but it's all right. Cool head spear. Look at the creaminess to it. It looks almost like a paradigm. I've shown you paradigms before that I've produced. Very paradigmy looking, which a paradigm is a sharp albino that shares the same allele with a boa woman caramel. And this looks very similar to that. Now, I don't know if it's the het blood or the het leopard that or if they're even in there that's doing it, but there's definitely something going on here. So I'm holding her back. All right, look at this girl. This is a blood that I would say is 100% het leopard. I mean, look at the bow tie saddles. I've shown her to you before. I mean, she is a really, really light looking blood. I would bet my bank account that this girl definitely tests out as being het leopard. She's so light. Think about it. And then I'm thinking about that caramel albino or caramel albino looking, sister to this girl that I have. There's obviously something going on with this clutch, because this is a really, really light looking blood. There's no hypogene going on here in this clutch. Why this girl is so light, I have no idea. She also has missing scales in her nose. And once again, that is not from rubbing. She was born like that. I don't know what that is, but she's always had it, so who knows? Maybe she'll, like I said this before, she'll produce a scaleless spala. I don't even know if I want one, but look at, I mean, this is a really nice looking girl. I mean, she's putting on some nice size. She's pissed that she doesn't have the greatest attitude, this snake. She likes to hiss a lot, like a lot of the Central Americans do. But just really, really nice red colors. Once again, I would almost bet that there was another gene in here, But once again, the het leopard definitely, and remember, leopard is very, very red. So, if you have a blood that's het leopard, it would probably, I would think, lighten it up a little bit too. Once again, we know those bow tie saddles usually mean het leopard, so this girl hopefully maybe next year will breed. Here's a female who I sold. The guy never paid me. And then I almost sold her again, and the guy never sent me money. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I don't even want to sell her anymore. This is from that same double het leopard blood clutch, the double het leopard blood. And obviously this is a visual leopard, but a lot of red looking stuff going on in there, and unusual pattern. So I tend to believe that this girl probably is going to be 100% het blood. I'm pretty sure there's in there. Look at that head. Look at that unusual head. She just doesn't look like a regular leopard to me. And we know that het bloods definitely have aberrant pattern. So, and she's put on some really good size. You can see her compared to my hand. Yeah, I have a big hand. She's chunky. You know, she's definitely growing. So I'm just going to keep her at this point. You know, once I hold back a snake so long that I've been feeding her so long and she's growing, I start getting attached to them. I don't even want to let them go anymore. So, really nice looking. I love leopard. Leopard bloods are going to be great. So I'm holding back a lot of these females from this double het leopard blood clutch. I'm going to show you another female I'm holding back. And, you know, I'll see we'll see which ones test out or prove out when I actually breed them. Probably next year, maybe. I'm seeing a lot of pre-lay shed behavior. I know you guys like to see when I point that out. Look at this girl. She is laying on her side. You don't see snakes laying on their side unless they're really, really uncomfortable and they have eggs in them, you know. I wasn't sure how gravid this girl was. I'll tell you one thing, the last 2 years she's gone early in the season. She's one of my early goers. This is my black pastel het pied. She produced my 2 panda pieds last year, and I did that repeat breeding again. I bred the black pastel pied to this black pastel het pied. So hopefully we can hit some more pandas this year, maybe a male. Last year we had 2 females, which is not a bad thing. But look at that behavior. You can see that. Just laying on her side. Just get these eggs out of me, she's saying. You know, not comfortable. Yes, it's 2 in the morning, but hey, you got to check the snakes, right? And when I open this guy's tub here, or this girl's tub, I should say, a clutch of eggs. This female did not go last year. This is a Hurricane Mojave Pastel Spider with Pot's het pied. Never tried to prove her out yet because I just haven't had the right male. I didn't use a pied in her this year. Or actually, I might have. Now, last year I bred her to a black pastel pied, and I was trying to prove out the pied. This year, however, I bred her to a completely different snake. I bred her to an Enchi Hypo Hurricane Het Rainbow. So that's an interesting combination. Everything will be het hypo. We have the possibility of putting an Enchi into this with whatever she contains. And we can get the Super Hurricane. That's what I'm trying for. I haven't produced any supers yet, which are known as the Hayabusa. So she went early this year probably because she never went last year. So we're going to take her off her eggs. There's one little rogue egg there that could possibly be viable. It's got a little nipple on it, but it might still be good. It doesn't look like a slug to me. But she's not wrapped on it. She's definitely wrapped on a bunch of eggs there. We'll pull her off nice and gently. She looks tired. You know, she spent the whole day probably delivering those things. And I'm excited to see what she produces. She's a big girl, so we'll see. Let's take her off and check out the eggs. All right, she's looking really good. I just washed her off with some soapy water. Get that egg smell off her. We're going to put her in a new enclosure, completely clean. Never, you know, haven't had snakes in here in a while, so there's no egg smell in there whatsoever. And there's her enclosure. What I like to do is I take them out of their enclosure completely. I will wash this down and let it soak overnight. But I don't even want to put her back in her same enclosure in case I don't get every little bit of this egg scent off of here, because they will not eat if they smell their eggs. They want to incubate these eggs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good ones. We get these 2 little ones that are like little mini eggs, but you never know. They could be good too. I'll cell phone them and see if there's veins and embryos in there, and we'll get them set up. This is a nice clutch. I should have a good chance of getting at least 1 or 2 Super Hurricanes if the odd gods are with us. 9 good eggs. These 2 little ones in the middle had embryos and veins in them, so I'm assuming they're going to go, hopefully. Nothing's wrong with them. But we have 9 eggs in this clutch, so that was a really, really good clutch. Like I said, we have very good odds of hitting a Super Hurricane in here, and I'm excited because Super Hurricanes are intense. I love the way the Mojave gene interacts with that hurricane. And obviously, Enchi makes everything look nicer and better. There'll be het hypo, which I love the hypo hurricanes. Wow, I do. And a Super Hurricane hypo is going to be intense. we could obviously make with some of these babies. And then there'll always be that a possibility, 50% that they'll be het rainbow. So that could be a bonus plan as well. So good clutch. This is only clutch number 3 for me for this year, but it was definitely, we're off to a good start. All right, snake fans, that's it. As you can see how dark it is, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I just put that clutch in the incubator. I'm so psyched. This video is actually filmed over a couple of days. This has been a very hectic week. As you know, with the coronavirus that's out there, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Fitness Expo that takes place this weekend. It's one of the biggest bodybuilding and fitness events of the entire year. It's actually bigger than the Olympic Games. Was actually canceled at the last minute. At least they canceled the expo. So I've been doing a lot of shuffling around because I was going to be traveling there this Thursday through the weekend. And now I won't be going. Some of my staff will still be going because I think they're still having the men's open bodybuilding, but the whole fitness weekend expo, booths, all the fun stuff is canceled. Obviously, they don't want 250,000 people in Columbus, Ohio. Unfortunately, this is what happens when we get these viruses, and it's better safe than sorry. I have 3 young kids. I don't need them getting sick or anything like that. So. Sorry, once again, that this video was shot over a couple days, but it ended on a great note. We got a clutch at 2 a.m. in the morning, and the season's off to a great start. As I said earlier, this is the 3rd clutch. We could be producing super hurricanes for the very first time. Very exciting for me, also known as the Hayabusa. You know, I've been seeing so many pre-lay sheds now, and so many mamas just laying on their sides and twisting and turning. So we're going to see a lot of eggs probably in the coming weeks, probably the next 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. We're going to get a lot of clutches on the ground. Hopefully the BOAS are gravid, and they're going to start giving birth in a couple of months as well. I still have my fingers crossed on the olive pythons, who knows. Blue tongue skinks, I have to be completely honest, I've been negligent of putting them together, but they really don't seem to like each other that much. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's my next thing I'm going to tackle. But hopefully, the olive pythons, there's still hope. The female looks like she's going into a shed. I didn't feed her, so you never know what could be going on right now. It could be like some kind of a pre-lay shed. I don't know. I didn't see any locks, but once again, sometimes you miss them. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you miss them, sometimes you hit it on the head, sometimes you strike the jackpot, sometimes you strike out. That's the name of the snake breeding game. I hope you guys are enjoying all the ups and downs that I share with you every day or almost every day here on Muscle Serpents Daily. If you have comments or you want to give me suggestions for upcoming videos, put them in the comments below. Make sure you turn on those notifications, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning.